right. Looks like we are live here. I'm going to actually scoot that mic up just a little bit there. Mic got a little bit dirty while we were on the way here. All right. Small crowd as we get started here, but wanted to go ahead and do a live stream here to get something out here as we did something. Obviously, yesterday was a bit of a busier day, so it didn't work out. But alas, here we are. What's going on, everybody? Hope all y'all are having a awesome Tuesday here as we get things started here on this Mountain Musings, because Monday Musings doesn't really work anymore since it's not Monday anymore. But alas, here we are, and none other than beautiful Colorado here. In the distance, of course. Hopefully the camera picks it up well enough, but it's a little hazy over the back there, so hopefully it'll pick up well enough. But none other than, of course, the beautiful Rocky Mountains back there in the backdrop. I mean, can't ask for much better than that. Got a few people here coming in here. Of course, Mrs. Freak, who is with me here in Colorado as well. She is not outside. It is getting just a wee bit chilly out here, so she's going to stick inside where it's just a little bit warmer out here. And just get my camera back here too a little bit. Whoops, and try not to hit my microphone in the process. But yeah, hopefully all y'all in the background can see the mountains a little bit. It is, like I say, it is a little bit hazy back there, but still, the Rocky Mountains still have quite a bit of snow on them and such. We've driven up there. Obviously, if some of y'all saw my announcement video that I posted yesterday, basically just saying, hey, I'm not going to stream on Monday, you'll know what I'm talking about. And you'll probably even have a way better perspective than this. But alas, here we are. We also got Sketty Nona, one of my fellow Iowans. How's it going, Sarah? Hope you're doing well on this Tuesday. Of course, we got Peplin Creek Aquatics. How's it going, Brian? I'm sure Foxy is there watching with you as well, which in case to Roxanne as well. Congratulations on 1K there. I still remember the feeling oh so well when I hit 1K. It was a pretty proud moment, and hey, she deserved it. But hey, now Brian, it's your turn. Now we got to get you there, man. We got to get you to 1K now. Oh, going through the chat. Just a bunch of people saying hello to each other. Always good to see here. We always love a little fellowship around here, which is always nice. Those of you wondering what the little black thing is sticking up, yep, this is the microphone just standing here on this little glass end table patio that we do have out here. Of course, I need to keep my ears about me as well. We haven't had too much wildlife outside our little B&B out here. We've had some elk. Earlier today, actually, as my wife and I were driving through the Rocky Mountains, we saw some bighorn sheep, or rams, whatever you want to call it. They technically call them bighorn sheep here, but alas. The day before, we saw a moose, seen some ground squirrels, all sorts of wildlife here. It's absolutely, the wildlife here is amazing. About the only thing we haven't scratched off the bingo cards here in Colorado thus far is a bear. And God forbid, if we did run into a bear, I do hope that it's while my wife and I are in the car and not hiking on the trails. Because, well, they make it very clear here in Colorado of what you're supposed to do. They have like signs and warning signs all over on all the trails and such saying like, hey, if you encounter a bear, here's what you do. I'm curious to see how many people actually read those, but I, for one, definitely read them because, yeah, it's like, it can happen. And then mountains, especially where it's dense forest and such, it most definitely can. Going through here. Ryan, you sound like me at first there. Not worried about my channel, but thank you for helping Roxanne. Absolutely. And speaking of thank yous, actually, I need to thank all of you guys that are, all of y'all in the live chat here or watching the replay here. Obviously, some people of you already know. I, of course, recently hit 2K subscribers here. I think just looking at the YouTube studio right before I got in here, I'm at 2009. So, hey, if you're new here, you can be 2010 and put 2.1 on the subscribers count here. But again, not overly worried about it. Things happen when they happen. But nonetheless, though, with that said, thank you all so much for helping me reach that milestone, because truly without viewers and people that, to some degree follow my channel, I mean, I can put all the YouTube shorts, do all the live streams, post all the videos that I want. But the fact is that if nobody here ever watches my stuff, well, then, it doesn't matter what I post because somebody's got to like it, And I'm thrilled that at least a few over 2,000 people now like my stuff to at least some degree. But thank you all so much for that. It's truly awesome to hit 2K. It's a milestone that I know in the grand scheme of YouTube is it's cool, but it's also nothing overly huge. It's a long way to catch up with Mr. Beast, but not that that's a goal. It's not, but it's still cool. Liquid Zoo OnlyFans! How's it going, Matt? One of our four moderators, and actually, I almost forgot to say that to Pepin Creek Aquatics as well, who's also a moderator, because that is right. Brian's already going to give me like a... Is it possible to reprimand the creator of the channel here? I was about to be like, oh yeah, shoot. And I just recently upgraded Brian there lately too, and I almost forgot all about that. But yes, I two of my awesome moderators right there. Appreciate both of you guys there. Two awesome channels here in the Fish Fam for sure. Greatly appreciate all you guys do there. Brian, that's funny. And yes, as Mrs. Freak says, yes, traditionally up here, the more common bear you would probably find is a black bear, but I don't know. Grizzlies, you might, but I guess I'm not 100%, but yeah, black bears, most definitely in Colorado. Most definitely. They love these forested areas and the mountains and such. Yeah, they love it. Especially if they get by a stream and such, because trout and I think even salmon here as well. I mean, bears' favorite snacks. All right, checking through the chat. We got Hillbilly Aquatic. Oops, I'll click on it eventually. There we go. Hillbilly Aquatic saying hello, everyone. Hello to you, Hillbilly. Hope you're having an awesome Tuesday here. That is right, Matt. And my wife is watching too, so technically you are correct. We do have 3 there. That's the worst one to forget there too. Matt saving me from the doghouse maybe there. Appreciate you taking one for the team there, Matt. Saying like, yo, dude, you might want to say 3 before you get in trouble. And Foxy, I saw this earlier. Meant to get it earlier, but yes, you're very welcome. And thank you for the kind words on 2K. But hey, like I say, congrats to you on 1K. I still remember that from, granted for me, that's been a little over a year ago, but still, that was, it's a pretty sweet feeling, as I'm sure when you saw that number for the first time. Yeah, it's a pretty cool feeling. It's the first time where you're like, all these shorts, all these streams, videos you post, makes just a little bit more of that payoff there. Obviously, we do this for fun mostly, but at the same time, it's just cool to have, see that 4-digit mark there and just help that work just pay off a little bit more. Going down the chat. Yes. That's fishfam.link also joining us here. An awesome place there to check out and see who's live here. I believe here momentarily, Scruff City is going live. I think Bentley Pasco will also be going live here shortly here this evening, if he's not already. Obviously an awesome channel there as well. So make sure you check those guys out here too. Not actually sure how long I'm probably not going to stream for too much longer, maybe another 15, 20 minutes. Funny enough here, of course, being in Estes Park, one of the most prestigious places you could visit in this place is none other than the Stanley Hotel. And just recently, they have added a hotel tour at the Stanley that specifically focuses on Stephen King's The Shining. And I don't think I need to speak a whole lot about the story of what that all entitles. Obviously, a great horror film. Stephen King, when it comes to horror, is probably one of the best ever. You get to go to the suite in which that he stayed in, as well as see some actual props that were used in the movie, as well as some rooms that were based off in the movie, and overall just get to know about the paranormal activity that goes on there if you're into that, which I personally always find kind of interesting. So my wife and I are gonna go check that out here tonight. We got an 8:10 p.m. tour here at Mountain Time, of course, because of course here in Colorado we are no longer in the Central Time Zone. We go back an hour, which was a little bit of an adjustment the first day. I think we coped with it a lot better here though today, but it's still yeah, I'm looking really forward to that. It's haven't seen The Shining in a long, long time, but still remember enough of it to where yeah, this tour is going to be pretty cool. Uh, Foxy Fishies, I'm sure. Yeah, I was I was all I was all smiles too when I saw it, all that, and yeah, I know there's a lot of people that whenever you see that, it's always it's a lot of fun, and I say you deserve it. Now we just got to get Brian up there. But yeah, all jokes aside though, Roxanne, yeah, totally deserve it. Love what you do on the channel there, and gonna have to check in on that Hot Mess Express here now. How soon? Because I'll actually not be working on Saturday for one of these times. Traditionally, I'm not able to watch too many live streams and such because most of y'all go live when I'm working. So now that I'm on vacay, I can at least, check in for a little bit, maybe. Ed asking Foxy how her hours are. Correct me if I'm wrong, Roxanne, but I believe she's already got past the hour. So hopefully Foxy's Fishies will soon be a YouTube partner program channel here soon and making a little extra dough there on the side, huh? I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure she said that she had the hours taken care of a while ago, but might be wrong. Fish Tank Frank, how's it going, Frank? Good to see you. All sorts of awesome stuff and people in here as well. We also got Kelly Foreman also in the chat here. Good to see you. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Oh, okay. Pepla and is actually filling us in here. They took some hours when she hit 1K, so 300 hours away. Interesting, but all right, well, there you go. Start watching some Foxy's Fishy shorts. Make sure you watch the Hot Mess Express here on Thursday, and yeah, we'll get Roxanne to the YouTube partner program so she can make a little dough on the side here. Check through the chat. Going through the chat. Don't know where the Indiana Jones chime came from, but we're gonna roll with it. Yes, Mrs. Freak, they're putting in the ghosties, yeah. Well, I guess I don't want to go too deep into it because I'm not sure what everyone here all believes, but I I always still find just interest in just at least hearing the stories and hearing like people's words and experiences about the whole thing. I think, and at least in that regard, it's all very very interesting and really regardless of the place, I'm always down to kind of learn about it. And when it comes to know, named haunted places, and especially here in the United States, I mean, there aren't too many more that's better than the Stanley Hotel. So, very excited for that tonight. Both me and my wife are should be in for a treat this evening. All right, going back down here. Absolutely. Oh, I think I just skipped by something here. Hey, that's right. Yes, now that Foxy's Fishies has also hit 1K, excuse me, you'll get 2K though someday though too. But some big boys are going on the Hot Mess Express this Thursday. And oh my goodness, I feel embarrassed now. I just had that time in my head. I believe it's 6:30 Central Time. Roxanne, I might be wrong on that. Peplin or Foxy, if one of you want to correct me there, but I believe the Hot Mess Express starts at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, so 7:30 Eastern or 5:30 Mountain Time, whatever zone you're in. Adjust accordingly. Correct me if I'm wrong here in the chat somewhere if I am wrong, and Yeah, I'll make sure I highlight it if I am wrong. Or if I'm right too, just to confirm. All right. Do. Fish tank Frank. My house is haunted by a little girl. Well, they do say that there's little children that run and laugh through the hallways and such, ghost children at that matter. So, yeah, it's, I might get to experience that myself. Okay, I was just a little off. So it's actually 6 Central Time, not 6:30, 6 on top of the hour. At 6 Central Time on Thursday, make sure, set your notifications, go check out the Hot Mess Express. Going to be doing some giveaways there. I believe some of those include the Catfish Catalyst. That'll be going on in Madison, Wisconsin in July there. That'll be a lot of fun there. I'm personally thinking of still trying to make my way there later on there. I think that's going to be a lot of fun there. Sounds like there's a lot of cool vendors and such that are going to make their way up to Madison as well. So if that sounds any bit interesting to you, and I believe there's some hotel costs included with that. I know they told me last week, and my mind is horrible. So either way, it's gonna be an awesome deal. And as Peplin here just pointed out, Nano Current Guy will also be a guest Thursday. Also, that is true. I did see that it's not going to be just the two mermaids. They're gonna have a merman as well this time. I believe it's just the second time on the Hot Mess Express that they're going to have a merman on the stream here. So we'll have to keep. That'll be fun all in itself, right there. Kelly, absolutely. I mean, um, well, my number one college team is definitely the Iowa State Cyclones because grew up in Iowa 90% of my life. But Madison, awesome town as well. My wife and I actually stayed there while we were driving up to Lambeau Field the one time about a year and a half ago at this point. And yeah, Madison, absolutely cool. Even when it's totally frozen over and however many inches of snow there was on the ground that day, maybe even close to a foot, it was pretty cool. We're thinking of going up there to we were stopping in Madison there, and yeah, it's a cool place. I would definitely not sneer at the opportunity to go back up there again because looks like a really cool place, and not just because I somewhat like the Wisconsin Badgers and the Packers, of course. Sharkfin Adventures. Don't think I said hi to you earlier, but welcome aboard. Good to see you. Doodle-doo. Ed putting some fighting words in the chat here, I see. uh, let's see here. Going through here. Oh, Kelly, very nice. From Iowa, too. Okay. I feel like at one point you might have actually even told me that there, too. But then again, like I say before, my memory is not always great. So I unfortunately forget things way easier than I probably should. But that is cool though. So yeah, you, Sketty, and then Matt is I know Matt Liquid Zoo is just outside Iowa because I think in terms of Sioux City, I think Matt's on the South Dakota side of that. There's a Sioux City in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. It's kind of like Kansas City, only instead of 2 states, there's 3. Of course, Kansas City going in Kansas and mostly Missouri, which is kind of interesting in itself, but it should be interesting. But Kelly, really, Waterloo? I've actually been through Waterloo a few times there, because well, my day job, of course, being a sports writer. I've actually been in Waterloo before in to cover like state bowling tournaments and such. And of course, Waterloo is also right next to like Cedar Rapids and such, or Cedar Rapids, or is it? Yeah, wherever. Yes, U and I Dome and such, like University of Northern Iowa and such is pretty close by. I go there obviously to cover the state football tournament as well. So yeah, I've actually gone to that area quite a bit. That's really cool. Sketty, 3 of the 4 her children graduated from UNI. Yeah, home of the Panthers, Northern Iowa. It's a cool campus. Um, I personally, I mean, most of my family are Iowa State grads. My aunt and uncle, 2 pairs of my aunts and uncles on my father's side have graduated from Iowa State. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cousins graduate from Iowa State and 1 brother. So I was going to go to Iowa State myself there for the longest time. That was my plan, but didn't really have my program of study. Well, they did, but it wasn't one of their quality programs, if you get the drift. So instead, I went down and got my bachelor's degree down in Texas, which, in terms of sports media, there's not many states that are better than that, than the old Lone Star State. And it was pretty fun. Crowntail Half Moon, how's it going? Saying hi, everyone. Whoop, going up one more here. We also got Jeff Kane popping in here saying hello. Hello to all of you guys. You know, I should almost, real quick, I'm going to pull aside here and grab a quick drink. And while I'm at it, you guys go ahead, take in the mountainscape behind us. I'm also going to move this. Just go ahead and enjoy the mountain view. Be right back. All right. All right, as I come back and I see Brian's putting fighting words in here too, like Ed was, or like what Ed was earlier. Oh, actually, that one first. Them are fighting words, Brian. Oh, man. See, I need to get over here so y'all can still see the mountains. Because y'all see me all the time. You don't see that all the time, though. Uh-oh, Ed's got to make a call. Oh, well, have fun on the call. Hopefully it's, hope you didn't lose any business by it. Let's see here. Yeah, we got about an hour before our tour, so yeah, well, we can go a little bit longer here. Yeah, we've only been going live for about 24 minutes too, so we're good. Fish family, definitely appreciate that. Yeah, if you like this little stream here, or you know, just like maybe even just seeing the mountains in the background here, go ahead, click the like button there. If you're new here, click the subscribe and maybe that bell icon while you're at it. Stay in the loop with everything here that you can. Uh-oh. Oh, Foxy, I thought you were asking me a question a moment ago, but nope. Oh, it sounds like Ed's getting some moors coming soon. I presume like more goldfish or something there, Foxy? Very nice. You're going to make my wife jealous, though, if you're talking about goldfish. She loves some beautiful goldies. I feel like I should know about the moors because I've heard you talk about them before. I think even Peplin's talked about them a couple times. But when you watch so many channels and such, it's hard to keep track of everything sometimes. All right, let's see here. Going. Ooh, we'll have more moors in the summer. Exciting. Very nice. Doo. Okay, correcting myself earlier. Matt actually is in the Iowa part, very near the South Dakota and Nebraska border, though. So you actually Yeah, you're right. It's like Phineas and Ferb. Matt lives by the tri-state area. My Dr. Doofenshmirtz impression is less than stellar. Streaming in Estes Park, Colorado. Little Doofenshmirtz jingle there, of course. Can't make that can't talk Phineas and Ferb without bringing that guy up. More than a summer, man. That's awesome. They do axolotls. They do some shrimp and such. They got goldfish now. That's awesome. All right. Gonna check through all the chat here. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything here. Haven't been overly busy in the chat, but still. Man, I wish y'all could be sitting here right now too. It is so peacefully quiet here. Just a few birds chirping. You can hear a couple of grasshoppers in the taller grass down there, but yeah, for the most part, it's pretty peaceful. Foxy, yes, pea puffers next. In fact, actually, I'm actually trying to watch what I spend here on this vacation here, because I'm hoping that when we get back, actually, that we can maybe go put some pea puffers in that 75 hex, because it's fully cycled. It's ready to go. It is ready for some little murder beans to be swimming around there. What was it? I can't remember who called it this, but the Murder Bean Mansion or something. I might have to stay. I'm gonna have to look back through my previous streams there. Or was that Brian? Was that Jeff? Was that neither? I'll also look back on my previous streams and see who said that. But yeah, the 75 hex. It's pretty much ready to go. It's ready to go for some little pea puffers and such. So it's gonna be a fun little video to make there too. And I know exactly where to go when we go there or get back in Iowa, and already got a store in mind for where we're gonna pick these guys up. It's where I've gotten a lot of my puffers lately here, and traditionally, I've had a pretty good success with them. So we're gonna stick to them for a while here until proof otherwise. Jeff, I thought that was you. I was sitting there like, it sounded like something you might have came up with, but yeah, Murder Bean Mansion. I kept sitting there thinking like, yeah, I like that. We're gonna have to stick to that name. The only other thing with that hex is I think it needs a little more aquascaping here and such. Unfortunately, I think those valves that I put in there, I planted a little too late, so might have to invest in some other plants. I still might put like just a couple of root tabs there just to see if I can get any of them to pop back up there, because I was going to pull them up there, and the roots actually didn't look too bad. But yeah, I figured, you know what, we'll go ahead and give them a try here, see if we can maybe get something to pop back up here if I put just a couple of root tabs in the sand or something, and see if maybe we can get some valves to replenish themselves when we return. Oof, that's cold. That's very cold. That came out of the refrigerator? Dang. That is one thing I got to say about Colorado, though, here. It's very nice in like the later morning and then up to about the early mid-afternoon. But once that sun starts setting down, I tell you what, it cools off here pretty fast. I believe Estes Park is about 7,500 feet or 7,500 feet in terms of elevation. So it's up there a bit. So once the sun goes down, yeah, it can cool off pretty quick. All right. Yeah, that's one downside about Florida. It gets warm and it's humid down there. Unfortunately, not a good mixture for axolotls. Unfortunately, Shipping axolotls from June to September. Very cool. No, it's funny. A lot of so I live about a little over a half hour or so from where I grew up in high school, and of course they all know that I do this too. Um, some teachers even that knew me. Um, Two of them now have fish tanks in their classrooms because they actually, well, one of them showed one of my puffer videos, which was like, wow, really? That's so cool. But one of them now, I mean, I'm not going to say, hey, that all their fish selections are practical, especially when one of them had a single red belly piranha and a 10-gallon. It's like, don't do that. But at the same time, it's still kind of cool. But at the same time, anyway, I got sidetracked out there. They keep telling me that one of these times, like, hey, have you ever kept an axolotl? Are you thinking about keeping an axolotl? And I will say they're different. I will say that they're very different. I can definitely see the appeal to them. My wife especially sees the appeal to them. I think, a couple times has found a couple of them that she really likes. Obviously, it's another aquatic critter we haven't ever pulled the trigger on. Part of it's because obviously I know that usually axolotls like their water colder and such, which in the wintertime for me would not be a problem. My basement can get rather chilly and keep waters in the low 70s, higher 60s if I don't have a heater in their tank. But come summertime, um, that basement can get quite humid, thus quite warm. So unfortunately, I don't know if it would work as well, especially since we're getting close to that time. But so I would probably have to get a water chiller and run it for a little bit. But I don't know, maybe someday. There's some other things that are higher on my aquatic want list for right now, but they still look really kind of cool. Craig's Catfish Cave. How's it going, Craig? Good to see you. Saying hello, all. Hello to you. Hope you're having an awesome Tuesday. I'm surprised I haven't tripped up and said Monday on the stream yet, because obviously that's a traditional day where we do this. All sorts of awesome stuff here. One of these times I need to do like a multi-person stream. That is one thing I've never done on my channel. I have never had another person go live with me at the same time. One of these times I might have to do it as well. I've actually said it a couple times here on my channel, and I've never done too much action on it, though, confessingly. I have thought about maybe at times getting starting at least with some of the local Omaha folk, as well as we got a couple of YouTuber folks around here. Palm Tree Aquatics being one guy. He hasn't really posted for a while, but he's had some monster fish and all that. He loves really big fish and all that jazz. But I would also say, obviously, the big one in the Omaha area is SC Fish Keeping, Zach, who unfortunately I haven't seen post a whole lot yet either. But I also know he's also got wife and children, so he's he's taking the next step even over me. But missed that guy's videos too. I mean, had some cool project videos. His fish aquarium videos were really cool. I like that he had some like native fish as well. Just really cool overall there. Always thought about maybe bringing him on here. And of course, another one that's also growing in popularity around the Omaha area is Blue Dog Aquatics. And also the guy keeps exotic reptiles as well. Has his own store in the Omaha area as well. So one of these times I'll have to go ahead and bring at least one of those guys on here. Hopefully at one point, at least a couple of them. So yeah, we'll have to one of these times get one of the Omaha folk on there. I have contact with James, or as Blue Dog Aquatics, not Fish Room Fever, though I wouldn't mind bringing him on here too, chatting after I've been on his channel a couple of times. But bring Blue Dog Aquatics up here sometime. Maybe SC Fish Keeping if he's down for it. I know SC Fish Keeping. Zach's kind of just doing his own thing with family and some other life deals right now, but maybe one of these times. Let's see here. We got Larry D's coming in here. How's it going, Larry? Good to see you. Oh, I saw a comment from Foxy and Peplin here earlier. Okay. See, this is why I don't speak too much on facts on axolotls, because I don't know, Jack. Foxy and Peplin, on the other hand, though, are there are the gurus. On the other hand, but Foxy says you can keep them at 60 to 70. You'll be glad you adopted a little monster. They are water children. That's exactly what I've heard. They are. They can be fun little water pets. There, much like I've heard some people like relate to talk about, like in terms of Oscars or puffers or stingrays, water critters like that. So it sounds like a kind of puffer that would be really going well and to the type of fish that I like. Let's see here. Peplin, I'll definitely keep that in mind, Brian. If you decide you want axolotls, let us know. I'll definitely have to do that, because if I well, yeah, if I ever got axolotls anywhere, definitely want to get it from a trusted source, and I would definitely trust you guys. I definitely think that would be that you guys would be a good place to get axolotls for sure, because it seems like everybody that goes to you guys has good success in terms of keeping them. Hopefully, people have the same thing with me when it comes to puffers and such. I get comments that say that, but hopefully the majority. But yeah, I'll have to keep that in mind whenever I get the space here open for an axolotl. Yeah, I'll have to. I'll give you guys a ring or a message, I guess, in that case. Let's see here. 8. Oh, I keep looking at my computer clock. I need to remember to set that back. So my phone and car went back once we crossed into the mountain time zone. My computer did not. So my computer's an hour ahead right now. I was about to say 8:25. That is Central Time, but Mountain Time here, it's 7:25. Let's see here. Not a whole lot going on in the chat here, but I'll have to do another stream here at some point here. Or like I say, I am thinking about hopefully visiting a store in Colorado at some point here before I head back. Obviously, the last time me and my wife were in Colorado, we visited the Fish Den in Denver, which, if you dig through my channel a little bit, about a year or two ago, you'll see a little video of kind of what we saw back then. It's a pretty good sized fish store, actually. Freshwater and saltwater stuff, pretty good stuff. There's one in Fort Collins I was looking at. If any of y'all know of any fish stores here in Colorado, like say around there's none in Estes Park especially, or Loveland for that matter, because Loveland's about a half hour down the road from us too, from where we're at. But I haven't seen any of them there. But I'll have to give it a deeper look there. But I saw that Fort Collins, Colorado had one. I was kind of looking at that one. Looks like they have a couple up there that actually look kind of cool. But we'll have to check it out there. Larry D, if my mind serves correctly, I believe Foxy and Peplin both are. I'm hoping to myself as well. Keystone Clash looks really, really cool. Much like the Catfish Catalyst as well. But the Keystone Clash, obviously, a little bit further down the road in September there, over in Morgantown, Pennsylvania. That's going to be a fun deal too there. It looks like some saltwater vendors, but lots of freshwater vendors there as well. It almost looks like it shapes up to be like kind of similar to mini Aquashella, so gonna be pretty cool, I'm sure. Let's see here. Yep, guys, it's getting on to 7:30 here. Probably before too long, got to start heading to the Stanley Hotel, as my wife and I are getting a little night tour that's going to be kind of focused on The Shining and a little bit about the paranormal activity that goes on in the Stanley Hotel, which, regardless of what you think about that kind of stuff, I personally say that, the stories behind that kind of stuff is always interesting, at least. I'm not, I guess maybe I'll talk a little bit deeper about it someday. I'm not going to say I fully believe it. I'm not going to say that I don't believe it. But I will say that it's all very interesting stuff here. And regardless of where we go, I'm always kind of interested to just, kind of learn about this stuff, because it's, at least from a historical aspect, it's very interesting. But all right, guys, yeah, it's getting on to 7:30 here. Going to be time for me and my wife to head on over to the Stanley Hotel for our tour here, but maybe I'll even get some little shorts and compile like a short little video. Let me know in the chat here real quick if you'd like us to just kind of see a little bit of what we do. I don't know. I would imagine they probably wouldn't want too much photography or video to be taken there, but whatever I can get, I'd love to share there. Perhaps I will on like a YouTube post or something, but I think it's about time. My wife and I probably got to get on over to our tour here, but thank you all so much on this little impromptu stream checking in here. A big thank you to all of you once again here. I want to initiate this one more time. A huge thank you to all of you guys for helping me hit 2,000 subscribers here. It's a really awesome milestone here. It's definitely one that about 3 years ago at this point now, a little over that actually, as a matter of fact. I never would have thought I would have had this many people taking at least some interest in what I do here. Even though I know my uploads have not been that regular or consistent, glad that a lot of y'all staying for the ride there and following what I do. Greatly appreciate all your guys' support here. I'm also working on a little video to those of you that don't know, we did just visit an Omaha fish store, Rivers and Reefs here. Got a live stream up on the channel there as well. I'm editing through that there too to make like a little highlight reel of that. So keep an eye open for that if you're not into live streams. Otherwise, if you are into live streams, just go ahead and check that out there when you get a moment. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. As always, thank you for all the support. Checking in the live stream. I'll see y'all later. As always, stay fantastic. And for you, Brian, go Pack go. Be nice to our quarterback. Jokes aside. Have a good day, everybody.